Hello, I'm Leah Adam, channeling God. I'm God. My beloved people, my sons and daughters, my children. You also grow up. I cannot call you anymore children, as in the past. You're independent. The duality and the separation from divinity made you so grow up, strong and powerful. I don't feel anymore good to call you as I used to. My son and daughters, my children. I would like to explain you a little about myself, and I don't like to talk as I, but we, because there are many divine forces in creation, above creation, infinite divine forces, very ancient from before this creation and many cycles of creations before this one that ascended to state of nirvana and oneness of all the residents, human beings or angels and divine presence in the sky. They ascended to oneness and unity with God and end their missions as separate beings from the One. My presence is everywhere, as you know, also within you, in some awakening state, even if you call me to awake when you suffered usually, or if you are very aware and ask for God to help you. And the same outside of you, the awakening state of divinity in this planet and all this universe, in the third dimension, is not very awake all the time, depending what dimension and where, because it is not so powerful as in the high dimensions of this universe, in this 12th dimension of the universe, above this third dimension, which are astral dimension, where you go between your incarnation and after you leave the planet and you die. And there is above this universe very high dimensions and gates of dimensions which divinity created and not the creators of this universe and other physical universes. And there, the presence of divinity is very, very powerful, awake, and even can be heard to people and communicate and show itself in many forms of light, not as human being. And I say we because there is many divine parts of spirit that spread through the eons to many dimensions and are not completely connected as one anymore through time and space, but there is one divinity that I can say I represent it, and you can channel it in every dimension if you connect to it. This divine self, which is me or we, can speak not the same in every dimension, define what is going through in this dimension, what level of awareness and awakening and connection with the high realms of divinity above this universe and other universes in very, very high dimensions of love and light, nirvana, or very ancient presence of the divine, which you can see. We see them and know that they exist from millions light years and seen as circles of light in different pastelic lights, color, in the infinite. We don't know when it starts, because there is no end or beginning, because all dimensions and time can be as one. You can understand them in high dimensions, that there is no beginning and end, and everything happens at once. And it is true and not true, depends from what dimension you understand it. Therefore, we know the future, the past, and we know everything. We remember. What I want to say about myself or divinity connected to this dimension, to planet Earth and this universe, is that the divinity in this dimension of the physicality and duality feel the suffering of humanity and suffered with humanity in some level. And we want suffering to end. We want the third dimension to end, but it will take still long time for you through your view in this dimension. For us, where we see time in different perspective, and 1,000 years is very short time for us, or more. I don't say that in 1,000 years we will end the physicality and the third dimension, but I say that from there we know that it is now the beginning of the end of this cycle of creation. But it will be a process that will happen slowly. We cannot come here to this planet and this planet of the third dimensions in big presence, because the density, the energy here is very dense, and we cannot penetrate the frequency of the planet and create big miracles and heal people and show the light of our presence as we do in the high dimensions in this universe and above it. But you can channel us, you can connect to any consciousness of divinity that you wish, depending on the level of your awareness and consciousness. And you can become one with the divine, also here on planet Earth, if you allow it and love yourself in very powerful way, not selfish way, and wish from the bottom of your heart, in the depth level of your soul, to remember who you are, where you came from, and where you're going to after you end the cycle of your incarnations and return home to us. We wish for that, we wait for that. We love you. I love you, I am God. Be blessed and sanctified wherever you are. I am that I am. Thank you.